this is Sean. Welcome to the lesson. Today we're going to talk about how to handle major chords in different situations. It's not as simple as you might think, so this is not a whole arrangement of a song. This is particular areas that will show you how to handle things that come up all the time on tunes. So if you would like to learn how to handle things as they come up and to build as you go and to really speak the language rather than just a rehearsed arrangement, then consider joining us on Jazz Skills. Meanwhile, please do give us a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave us a positive comment if you have one. We just hit 1 million views on YouTube this week, so your support is really helping us to grow so I can do more of this for you. Without further ado, let's get into the lesson. Okay, good. Let's get into a tune or two. Let me share Bye Blackbird as the first tune and let's see what we can learn from it. Well, as you see already, we've got plenty of chords on this particular lead sheet without even a seventh on there, right? And do we have any extensions past 7? No, not on this one. So that's fine. So what we want to do is, first of all, have at least 4 notes in every chord, okay? When we have triads like this F, we need to know if we're going to do one of 2 things to it. What are the 2 things we may do to that F when we've just got F? Maybe this one as well. Maybe this one. Major 7 or major 6. Exactly. And this is how we're going to make that choice. So if we have F in the melody, then we're going to make it F6. Let's see why. So if I've got F in the melody on an F major chord, then I'd much rather have a 6 in my chord, 1, 3, 5, 6, than a major 7th against that F, right? Now, it's very clear when I demonstrate it like that, when they're right next to each other. There are lots of people that find it hard to hear that one of those is not, and I'm going to use a controversial word, not correct. In 2023, I'm going to be controversial, but it's not correct. You shouldn't hear your most favorite musicians playing major 7ths next to the root of the scale. In other words, F major 7th with an F in the melody, okay? Now, when we start playing what I teach on Jazz Skills, which is right hand chord melody like this, then it becomes much more apparent, right? Then it becomes much clearer that we don't want those 2 notes together. But on any other note in the melody, anything other than F, we could play a major 7th, right? So let's start to annotate a few of these. We'll do this kind of thing on all the Fs in the tune. So this one can be a major 7 because there's no F in the melody, right? That's fine. Same on this one. This could be a major 7th. There's no F in the melody. Now look at this one. This is where the amateur might just play a triad because that's what it says, or they might play a major 7th because the overall narrative in some books tends to be, well, look, if it's F major, you make it F major 7, and if it's an F minor, you make it F minor 7. But as we'll see today, the sixes are also crucial. So this particular F would be an F major 6. So we just say F6. Why? Because we have this F in the melody, right? Now, if I play exactly what was on the screen before I did any annotating, then I would have a triad. And then what are you going to do in the left hand? Have 2 Fs. So now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 notes. And 1, 2, 3 of them are F. Not great, right? So now we can have a major 7. This is how we play major 7s. On Jazz Skills, we move the 1 up to 2, so we have a softer sound. There's a Jazz Skills lesson that shows you 1 million things you can do on those first 2 bars. This is an interesting one, this 4th bar. Because I may actually I will put a major 6 right there. Why I would put it there and not here? Because there's an F, right? But why here? So we're looking to add chords on beats 1 and 3, the strong beats. So even though there was an F there, don't really have to think about the F major 6 until that 3rd beat of the bar, okay? So this is one of those areas. I'm glad it came up. I hadn't noticed this until we started playing it. Because I'd start with major 7th, so I've got my root 7th in my left, got my major 7th here, stretched all the way up to the melody, and this is how we would voice major 7s anyway. We tend to put the 1 on 2. And we end up on a 6 chord, right? And a 6th shell in the left hand. So for me, Majority of the time, left hand is bottom note and top note of the chord. Okay, moving on, we've got F6 over A. We don't want F triad. Much rather have an F6. Now when I have a slash chord like this, in other words F with an A in the bass or an A bottom note, I tend to use my shells like this. So I'll put the A down there, but then I'll fill in the rest of the shell with the original root with the F up there, like that, right? We've got our A flat diminished, etc. Lovely flat 3 diminished that goes to chord number 2. And I'll just keep it the way it's written for now. Okay, let's see any other Fs or any other issues that may come up. There's an F, that can be a straight major 7th because it doesn't have F in the melody. Where's that pasted? Up here, fine. And let's see any others. Not really, maybe another one here. F major 7, I'll just quickly type one in. Major 7, fine. Oh dear, all kinds of plugins getting in the way. And then finally we got to put an F6 there, because at the ends of tunes almost always you're going to get the tonic chord F with the tonic note F, and very few of the books actually write major 6s there, so that's a good place for a major 6. Okay. Simple as that. That's how I'm going to choose to improve that particular lead sheet, and you will often deal with the idea that you just get triads written on majors, so it becomes your job to decide are they going to be major 6 and major 7th. And the reason I much prefer to make the decision about is it going to be major 6 or major 7 rather than just to buy a better book. I don't really have a single book I can recommend, just one book for standards anyway. But the reason I think it's better to know is because you're definitely going to see some that are wrong, and then you're definitely going to see tunes that you want to play and all you can find is something like this with some triads, and then you want to fill stuff in. Hope you enjoyed that. Consider joining us on Jazz Skills, where we have a developing fluency course to teach you the language and get you fluent playing it. So it's not just academic information, and much more after that, including improvisation, voicings, movements, rhythm, accompanying, support from me and a vibrant community. You name it, we've got it. Take care. Bye for now.